What's going on, y'all? My name is Megan. Welcome back to This Past Romance, or if you're new here, welcome to This Past Romance. This is my corner of the internet where I talk to you guys about romance books. Today, we're doing the anti-TBR. The anti-TBR tag. I've seen this going around and I wanted to do it, but I hadn't had the opportunity, and I wanted to film a second video to go out this week, and I was like, what am I going to film? What am I going to do? And I started thinking about tags that I had not done yet, and I decided on the anti-TBR tag. So this is going to be fun. I do not like sharing my unpopular opinions on the internet. Like, I do and I don't. I'm not a confrontational person. I do not like to fight. So without me rambling anymore, let's jump into this. The first question is a popular book everyone loves that you have no interest in reading. And I tried to read this book and I got like 20 pages in or something and DNF'd it. That is Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I don't know. I didn't like it. I'm not really into like Britishy books. And I did listen to it on audio, and I was like, well, maybe it was just me listening to it. So then I checked it out from my library, and I didn't enjoy it. I have my laptop over here with all the questions and all the answers. Question 2 is a classic book or author that you have no interest in reading, and that is Julia Quinn. Along the same vein of Get a Life, Chloe Brown, I want to try to read historical books, historical romance. But I feel like that wave is like on the downswing. Like, I feel like the popularity is not, and not that I read books because they're popular or not popular, but I'm not interested in Bridgerton. Like, the TV show came out and my mom tried to watch it, and some of my friends tried to watch it. Like, one of my friends was on maternity leave when it came out. She was like, oh my god. I've not heard good things about the show, and I just have no interest. I have no interest in Bridgerton. I wish I did, but I don't. So Julia Quinn is my classic author. The next question is an author whose books you have no interest in reading. So I guess this is just a normal like author, and this one is not a romance author. But that is Rachel Hollis. I think it's how you say it, Rachel Hollis, the girl wash your face, girl stop apologizing woman. I feel like it's never felt right to me, that I've always felt like she's played on others' insecurities, and I should read more self-help books, I'll be 100% honest, but I don't, so take that for what you will. And just some of the things that I've heard about her, like behind the scenes, I can't justify reading a Rachel Hollis book. Question 4 is an author you have read a couple books from and have decided their books are not for you. I feel so bad saying this. LJ Shin. I have read several LJ Shin books and I never finish them. They always get DNF'd. I don't know if it's her writing or like her, I don't want to say trope, but like the type of books she writes, they're usually darker than I want them to be. And maybe that's just a couple that I've read, and there could be more, but right now when I see an LJ Shin book, I just kind of scroll past it. Oh, this is gonna get me in trouble. Question number 5, a genre you have no interest in, or a genre you tried and couldn't get into. I have 2 for this, and quite literally one of them has a comment that I will have to read to you. I am not interested in paranormal or supernatural romances. I am not interested in like demon and angel romances. I am not interested in alien romances. I'm just not interested. That could change. All of these opinions are subject to change. But for me, it's just not really something that I mesh with. But this one, right before I say it, I have to read the comment that I wrote, which is Sweet Jesus, Temecka's Gonna Murder Me. Manga. I have no interest in manga. But in my defense, I love superheroes. I have no interest in reading comic books. Is that ridiculous? I actually would kind of like to read the Marvel comics. I know I never will because it takes like, I think 4 years if you read so many volumes. Someone did the math on it on my TikTok the other day. But I have no interest in reading manga. That's just me. Just who I am as a person. I don't know. I would have to develop like the reading style where you gotta read left to right, and there's a whole lot that goes into it that I don't have the time to dedicate to manga. I barely have the time to read as is. Question number 6. What is a book you bought but will never read? This can be a book you have unhauled or returned to the library unread. I have several of those because I get overly ambitious. And this is shocking. This answer is going to be really shocking. But the book that I have probably checked out the most that I've never read, and I can tell you, like, I've read it and I've DNF'd it multiple times, is Neanderthal Meets Seeks Human by Penny Reed. I struggle really hard with that book, with like the Knitting in the the Knitting in the City series and stuff. I don't mess with those. I love the Winstons. Actually, I still haven't finished the last 2 Winston Brothers, and now there's a third Winston Brothers I haven't read yet because the Cletus and Jen second book in their spin-off series came out last week. So there's another. Yeah, I love Penny Reed. I love the Winston Brothers. I can't get into like the Knitting in the City series and the Neanderthal 6. I think Neanderthal 6 Human is one of those books. I just never got into it. It wasn't for me. Number 7 is a series you have no interest in reading or a series you started and have DNF'd. I'm just gonna have 2 answers for that one. We're just gonna move on. We're gonna accept it. We're gonna move forward with it. That is the Court of Thorn and Roses series. I have 0 interest in those books. There are a lot of them. That's all I got. There are a lot of them. I have no interest in them. I don't know. Again, all these opinions are subject to change. My reading taste changed ridiculously quickly. So, like, I hadn't read A Brother's Best Friend in I don't know how long, and I finished The Off Limits Rule. It was a brother's best friend romance, and I literally texted Temecka, and I said, I forgot how much I love this trope. A version of that text message. And finally, question number 8 is, what is a new release that you have no interest in reading? This ties back into question number 1, and that is Act Your Age, Eve Brown. I have no interest in reading that book. I have no interest in any of the Brown Sisters series. Like I said, I've listened to the first one, which I think is the Chloe Brown book. I've tried to listen to it. I just couldn't get into it. I tried to read it and I just couldn't get into it. And I don't know if maybe I was in a weird headspace and it didn't work out for me, but I've got no interest in it. It's nothing against the author. I wasn't into it. So yeah, that is my anti-TBR. I don't feel like there were any really hot takes. Any real surprises outside of the Penny Reed. I feel like that's the most surprising one. I even went back through my Libby and I was like, no, there has to be something else. No, it was Neanderthal 6 Human. So yeah, that's it for me for today. So if you want to be my friend on social media, if you want to talk to me, I'm This Past Romance everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, that's really it. But if you want to talk to me, let me know. Hit me up. Totally happy to chit chat back and forth. I'm sometimes funny on Twitter. You can sometimes catch me and Temecka having a discussion, cracking jokes, whatever you want to say. Until next time, be good to yourself and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.